Hi, Catalina Lloyd, Pop House TV. I'm in the city of Stafford today with Mayor Leonard Scarcella.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you so much for allowing us to interview.
Well, thank you so much for making me a part of this program and coming to Stafford, where we have a sincere interest in trying to do everything we can to protect animals and to give them the best opportunity for an enjoyable life.
Well, you know what, Mayor, that's the reason why I'm here. As soon as I spoke to Claudine with Forbidden Pets Alive, I had to come meet you. I really did. I understand that you are serving your 25th term.
Correct.
So are you the longest serving mayor?
I am in Texas,
In Texas?
And when I went before the United States House of Representatives Committee on Justice, they claimed I was the longest serving mayor.
Wow.
I'll let somebody else decide that.
Well, one of the reasons why I'm here is because I wanted to hear about the ordinance.
Well, it's been over a year since we passed it, but it started out as an ordinance that really I felt had ulterior motives to basically kill cats and dogs and get them off the street.
Wow.
We have worked it with people from the community to take a serious interest in having, as far as little cats or feral cats, trap, neuter,
And
release program. But the main thing we want to do is to try to bring about a situation where all these animals will have a place in Stafford that they can live, be healthy, have the option for adoption, and just be really appreciated.
What's your next goal for animal protection here in Stafford?
To develop a sanctuary that we can have these animals come to live in, be protected, be available for adoption, have a nice place to roam, and then to make certain that we do everything we can to protect them as long as they're living in whatever is the best way to do that.
So what advice would you give me as I'm working with cities across the state of Texas to do exactly what you're doing and to work along with me, not only with people in media, but also with rescue groups? How would you encourage them to open that up? Because I'm not finding that everywhere.
Yeah.
That's why I had to come to meet you.
The main thing, and I'm not here to tell other cities what to do or how to do it, because I know when you're the mayor of a city or on council or whatever, you have to find the approach and the process that's going to work for you. And for somebody else to tell you, no, you need to do this, you're not doing the right thing, that is totally counterproductive. What you need to do to encourage people, I think, is to show them the common bound and the true special enthusiasm there is for helping these animals as opposed to disposing of them. And you do that by by letting people who have these animals, who believe in them, who support them, and who believe in the process, to truly state their case in a public forum. Now, sometimes it's hard. A lot of the open meetings law in Texas doesn't say the public has a right to speak. We in Stafford, everybody has a right to speak. Anybody can come up and speak on any item on the agenda for up to 5 minutes. A lot of places don't have that.
And they don't encourage that.
But
right.
the thing that I think you need to encourage others to consider is that this is something that is growing in popularity. More and more people are getting involved. More and more people see the benefits, and more people recognize the special connection that there can be between an animal or a little pet and a person, and how much that can mean to that person and how much it can mean to that animal. And most people are not interested in undermining these animals. Now, some people said, well, there's a cat scratching under my bedroom window or whatever else. The only thing that I would tell you is recognize the benefits of these animals, and if something is bothering you, then go to these people and say, I got a problem. I need some assistance. I would appreciate if you would do what you could do to help me with this situation and this problem. If the city can get involved and be of service, wonderful. But the main thing you've got to do, in my opinion, is rely on the citizens and those that are interested and those that are willing to work with their neighbors to provide solutions so that both the residents and the little pets and animals have a setup that is truly beneficial and one that the city can take pride in.
Awesome. And
so let your citizens be your ambassadors for this. Don't expect city council. Let your citizens. They want to be, they just need to be given the encouragement, and that's what I would strongly recommend.
Let me ask you this. How many animals do you have?
Well, it depends on when you count them, but I have 4 dogs, and then I have a place where my mother used to have many cats. None of those cats technically are mine, but they know, and I got to be there at 5 o'clock. It's feeding time. So everybody in the neighborhood, I say everybody, but all the little kitties that decide they're hungry that day come there and eat. And when I go to Kroger's to buy my groceries, oftentimes the checkout lady will ask me, said, you have very little food for yourself here. What? You got it all for the dogs and the cats. And I said, well, they enjoy it more than I do. But when I go home and I get to I see them, I go in, they are who I talk to until 2 or 3 in the morning, and feed them or whatever else. But without not having a spouse, not having any children, these are my companions, and these are the animals and the living creatures, if you will, that bring me great pride, great comfort, and I thoroughly enjoy being with you.
Well, I've enjoyed speaking to you today about this, and I know that it's nice to see that your love and your respect for these animals and the fact that you're trying to give them the best quality life possible. Not only the ones that you have, but other ones that are also part of, of Stafford. It really touches my heart.
Well, let me say this, and I don't know if it's a good analogy, but a lot of people, regardless of where you stand on this issue, a lot of people have recognized that the environment is something that we really have to protect, and that it is going to affect how we live in this world. I look at little animals in much the same way as the environment. A lot of people taking them for granted. A lot of people don't want to make any commitments to them. A lot of people would like to get rid of them. They just don't want them in their sight. But I will tell you that I think properly cared for animals can be a huge attribute to a community, can make the people in your community very proud that you are so comforting and so caring about those animals, and that we need to spend a special effort and a special commitment to making sure those animals are protected. And then they are a community, and sometimes in a community you have animals with special problems. Then we need to work with those little animals that have the special problems to see if we can't help them get through it, just like we do with people who have special problems.
Well, I think that the community of Stafford is probably very, very proud of you, because I know that I am.
Well, I appreciate that very much.
I love the idea of being part of a community that cares so much and respects all life. And so I think that you, my dear friend, is what I always say, you're a paw pal. And thank God that they have you.
Well, I appreciate those very gracious and kind comments. I certainly appreciate you coming to Stafford, taking an interest in us. Hopefully something that we have said might encourage someone to consider a little bit a better approach to animals, but anywhere we can spread the message, we're going to be trying to do it. And I give you tremendous credit, the ladies that are here, tremendous credit for spreading that word and looking to truly send the message that these animals are very special. They can be a huge attribute to the community, and we need to endeavor to give them the opportunity and to protect them while they are providing such a comfort and care to the community.
Mayor Scarcella, I'm touched by everything that I'm hearing, and I'm touched by your message, and I think that everybody's going to learn from this. I really, really do. From myself, with Paw Pals TV, if you should ever need a story told on an animal, or if I can help in any way for you to accomplish that, please count on me.
We'll do that, and we appreciate so much you taking an interest in us. It's wonderful being here, and I do have, we paid $250 to somebody sitting in my office that didn't do much, but
I'm sorry.
But I've got to get in there, but I want to thank all of you for doing what you've done.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.